Hey. Second video I got today. I might upload this today. I don't know. Hold on, I gotta get a thumbnail. Hold on. I gotta get a thumbnail. Hold on. I can't even get a thumbnail. Bro. But, yeah, this is my second topic today. It's the second quote-unquote M. Today we got the topic of masculinity. Yeah, for all my men out there. Shout out to all my boys. Shout out to all of the men I got going to the gym consistently on a weekly basis. And shout out to all the men that improve every single day. You know, because I'll tell you one thing for sure. There's a lot of good men is going down. A lot of good women going down. But if you play the game right, you improve every day. Make yourself worthwhile. Is applaudable a word? I think it's good if you're doing that, but I don't know if applaudable is a word. But hey, past couple of days, I've been stuck in an Instagram algorithm, a good algorithm actually, where it's like a bunch of like masculinity quotes, a bunch of advice for like men nowadays, and I really like those kind of quotes, to be honest, because at least from what I've seen since I've like been in college and, you know, kind of started realizing like society is what it is today. Like men just really do suck in general, and I don't know. I feel like in general, like men have just become like weaker. Like me, for example, like literally my entire life, I've been like the big kid. I've been the fat kid, the big one. You know, I hated that as a youngin, and you know, I've been in this weird loop of improving, worsening. But I feel like recently, that's been changing a lot, especially since like I've started like noticing certain habits and certain things that I used to do all the time. Like for example, I used to like drink juice when I was eating dinner, and I would drink the juice and then like pour another cup of juice because I was too lazy to get up and get water. But recently, because I usually skip breakfast. I don't need to eat breakfast. Most of the time I'd eat lunch late, so I'd like keep the windows tight. But now, like when I eat, I would get a cup of. It's not like actual juice. It would probably be like a what's it called? A Crystal Light, and I would drink that juice. And then after I finish the juice, although it's low calories, I would like get on my chair and then go pour myself a cup of water, because a lot of times like I would sit there eating for a long time, because I usually watch stuff like on my iPad when I'm eating, and then like I would progressively and like subconsciously just keep pouring myself more of the juice. And if I'm just sitting there just like eating and just drinking, knocking back however many calories of sugar that would be, it would be terrible. But yeah, speaking of the quotes I was just talking about, I saw a quote the other day that it was a really interesting quote, because I noticed I'm a person that does not have a lot of follow through with most of the things I go about on a daily basis. It said, as a man, it's very important that you follow your word and you keep your word first before anything, like no matter what. So if you tell someone you're going to do something, like you have to do it. Like, and before, there were a lot of times I would say that to myself and to other people, and I would just not follow through. For example, I think it was a couple months ago, probably earlier this year, I was like, I created a private story on Snapchat. I'm like, I'm taking my weight loss serious, like, blah, 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 whatever. And then after like 2-3 days, I just stopped posting and just fall out of, all out of sorts. And I feel like that's been one of the leading things in my life in terms of like minimizing my potential. Because I feel like I have a ton of potential. Like me at my max form would be like literally just Homelander but black version. Not even joking. Because I would, I'm tall. What else? I'm relatively athletic. As big as I am, I'm like more athletic than I seem to be on face. I would have a lot of paper. Relatively smart. But you know, all these things, like you put it all together and like actually have like a nice frame with it, because that's really like the fifth thing that stopped me from being unstoppable, bro. It's like the body. You know, so that's something I'm working with. I'm being getting kind of stronger. I don't know if you can see, like my left is, I don't know, you can't really see this over this dookie camera, but yeah. Uh, what was I just saying? Jesus Christ, I lose my train of thought a lot. But yeah, the whole masculinity thing and follow through, right? That's like that's the theme, follow through. Yeah, just learning to tell you, like learning to, if you're like able to go through with your word as a man, I feel like life would be much, you'd be much happier because you feel like if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna go out and do it instead of like being lazy and just not doing it. You know. So yeah, I want to put that into fruition now. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on like how I feel about that. But yeah, that's just one point I guess I was gonna make. What else is there? There's also what can I say? I guess the increasing I can't really say demand, but the increasing availability of certain adult films, so called, on the internet that is actually like crippling men day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour. It's honestly terrible. And then like that mixed in with the this is a topic for another day, but like that mixed in with like Instagram and women on Instagram like flaunting their body. It's like it's really just a terrible mix. Like a terrible mix of going in your phone and seeing different kinds of, like all different kind of cultures and like of types of women, and then mixed with the hypersexual aura of like what society is today. And you put that all together, you get a disgusting a black hole that is probably inescapable after a certain point. But yeah, it's just it's bad, and like that in turn is like just making men weaker. I guess making women more blind to who is actually decent men. And because like in general, I think women like base a lot of what they feel off looks. Like you can literally be like the richest man ever and have everything, but if you're ugly, that like she will really only see you for as like a resource, you know. And I would like to say, hold on, yeah, I like to say I'm pretty fairly ugly, but I got the height to combat that, thankfully. But yeah, well, bro, why do I keep losing my train of thought? Yeah, the whole black hole of like how it is nowadays, and men being able to see things they really wouldn't be able to see back then. I mean, literally, who is going to be our mechanics in like 10, 20 years? I have no idea. It's definitely not going to be me. I'm a computer guy. I'm on the keyboard. I'm typing. I'm trying to mix that in with like little physical activity, but there's absolutely no way I see myself being a mechanic. I like solving puzzles, but mechanic is not my thing. So I don't know who's gonna do it. Maybe one of y'all. I don't even know. Probably robots at a certain point. But yeah, state of men is worsening day by day. What else? The poignance and importance of fathers is out the window. Baby mamas left and right. Children being raised with bad fathers, no fathers. It's just worsening and worsening every day. It's honestly just sad at this point, because it's how in the world are we gonna have a generation of decent men with what we're working with right now? I mean, most of men nowadays literally get all their fatherly and manhood advice from YouTube and Twitch, which isn't really a bad thing. It's just like it's weird. Like in no point in time was it ever like that. And men learn how to be men from videos on a screen. Like that's insane to me. But I mean, shout out to the people who do that though, because without the men on YouTube teaching you how to be a man, oh, it would be just a mess. I mean, I needed them more than ever as well, because I used to be lost, not knowing. I think I kind of knew what I wanted to do in the future, but there would be a lot of places in my life where I just felt lost and out of touch and out of place. And that, like, the whole manosphere, as it's called, like, that's really helped me come in touch with who I'm supposed to be, and I feel like and like the potential of who I can be, you know. But yeah, it's like the point of follow through as a man. What else? I don't know if there's anything else on my mind right now. I was all over the place. Yeah, I don't know. That might be it. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. What else? Yeah, for all my people who got tests this week, for all my people who got studying to do, get off your phone, study, bro. You got tests. Like, this ain't no game, bro. You got tests tomorrow. You got tests the day after. So you better gonna get to study. But if you don't study,